morning. I found the perfect size chair for the end of my bed, and it twirls. So, I have been exploring the new neighborhood more, and it's been really interesting. I had a screaming match outside my front door yesterday, and lots of venting was going on. I'd like to bring some energy to the gentleman that was going through quite a bit. Queen of the Air. All right. I want to stabilize the emotional body and that his needs are understood. His emotional body for grace, card number 24, his needs are met. All right. Awareness to center of self. The young gentleman in question was only 22 years old and going through a very difficult patch that hearing his side softened my heart. So, union and joy. Okay. In my mindscape, I keep picturing him laughing. I don't know his name. I don't know who he is. He's a random stranger that I overheard a conversation because he was screaming and yelling and cussing. What I do know is that he's somebody's child, that he's somebody's friend, that he's somebody. Sometimes people, when they're stuck in their traumas, they don't know that they are somebody. Even more so when that trauma starts really, really early and they're in a culture where this young gentleman was articulating loudly what a good person he was because he hasn't shot anybody. And that kind of made me laugh because that isn't a conversation that my kids have ever called me up and said, "Hey, Mom, can we have money? We managed not to shoot somebody today." Let's bring peace, kindness, and compassion to energy that maybe hasn't been exposed to that as readily. All right. These were like mostly sitting out, so we're definitely gonna take them with us. Emergence second chakra. Second chakra helps us live through emotions, supports our ability to enjoy the sensual world. Sensual, we all have our six senses, way more than that. We all have our six senses and how we perceive reality, how we hear tone, how we feel things, how Brussels sprouts taste to me and how Brussels sprouts taste to you. We wouldn't think of that as a difference, but it is. It's a completely different chapter, story, book in my history than it is in yours. Maybe we both like them, maybe we don't. You should try them from my backyard. Not this one. When I was listening to what he found pride in himself for, I could hear its hollowness. I haven't shot anyone. I've seen, and what that said to me is I've seen terrible, horrible things, and it's my real. And I haven't done that yet. So that's an excuse for my emotions. I'm going to bring in some dragon energy, focusing on his second crown chakra. And I keep picturing him laughing and smiling and being surprised and relaxing. I've worked with clients in the past, and when they haven't felt safe before and it's a new time in their reality, it's a little bit shocking for their body. Oftentimes most people immediately need to sleep. I call it toddler timeout. This young gentleman, I was glad he had someone to express his emotes to. I was saddened at how low his level of sense to self was and his own worthiness. That's what I wish to address. And his voice. Excuse me. His voice called me out. I was inside my house, and I could hear his panic and his rage. So, dragon energy for that, to help that. Now, this gentleman, he's a nameless somebody. Aquamarine dragon from Neptune. Neptune. Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive knowledge. Everybody's psychic. We all have a beating heart in our chest. We can turn away from how we perceive the six senses of our reality. And how to connect, to feel source, to feel God inside. That is tricky business at times if you haven't been exposed. So, dragon energy, mermaid energy is great for that kind of dragon energy. Okay. All right. Dark blue galactic dragon helps you listen to the voice of the universe. All right. Let's bring in some loving light at the bottom of the deck. Golden solar dragon. Top of the deck. Cyrus. The golden green dragon from Cyrus brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. That's what we need. Okay. Wrap him in tender loving kindness. Help him see and perceive and sense the gifts around his reality. Unveil the eyes. Bring the power to his tongue so he can articulate his own reality to self. Strengthen the heart and the bonds that help hold him stable in universal grace. And disperse. Thank you. All right. When you are sending energy towards another human, another soul, collective group of souls, send it without attachment. His reality is precious, regardless of how I perceive, see, and think. His is. It's really easy to come from a place where you don't see what's before you. Listening to him be very proud of not shooting things, for me, was a place. For him, it's his normal. We don't know the story behind the person before us. We don't need to know to feel the connection of Gaia between us. The more peaceful he is, the more peaceful all of us are. I like safe neighborhoods. I'm a stickler that way. I like kind environments. I like authentic, truth, open, dynamic energy. When you grow in that kind of soil, who and what you are sits on you comfortably. It's bring you to the table everywhere you go. Stepping into that can be a bit of a challenge. So, all right, from our Sacred Geometry decks, one card, connecting the energy of this young man to the collective conscious. Thank you. Right to his dragon. Intimacy. Oh. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. And then one to represent our energy. Those perceiving, aware, connected to our now, to collective energy. A card to resemble, interesting, a card to resemble, to represent, to bring a picture into reality. Magic is wonderful. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic abilities to grow and expand beyond the moment, move towards possibilities and expressions that are grand and profound as we can imagine. I'm reading grand, and in my mind is grounding. Profound as we can imagine, and all that is required is our belief in our manifestations. The universe works on attraction. We have attracted everything that's been exposed and happened to us. How we remember that is not always with ease and comfort and joy and yada yadas. Helping each other. You help the friend in need, you're also helping yourself. When you soothe the child in need, you're soothing yourself. Take care. Be kind to yourself. Find a way to bless what's around you by being you. Take care.